piss about nothing but the time. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Give me Alabama to break home.
If somebody takes what's yours, and this is our game, it's our game. So that makes it shit personal.
My phone is lagging in here tonight, guys. How we doing? Give me a second. My phone is lagging. Hold on, JB. Take over.
We live, baby. We are live. Welcome in, y'all, to Sunday Night Talk'n Bama. I'm your co-host, JB. Other special co-host right here, Mr. Herb. And JT will be right back. So y'all join in, man. Tap in. Get in the comments. You know, sometimes you have to start a little awkward like that. Yeah. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are live on the Bama Standard YouTube channel. Also on the Bama Standards Twitter X channel. So if you're watching us on Twitter, come on to the YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have recently hit 13,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. Herb, how are you feeling, brother?
Man, I am good. Watching some little football that might not be going the way that the world wants it to right now, but it's been a good day, man. It's been a good day.
There we go. JT back in action.
Yeah, sorry. Had a lag right there. Right as the intro was running, somebody was calling me, and I had my phone on mute. But I don't know how it went through, and it did. And then I was like,
hey,
whoa.
DND, brother. DND.
Yes, sir. But how we doing tonight, guys? How we doing tonight? It was on Do Not Disturb, but I don't know, man. Somehow it came through. Phone be crazy these days. Either way, how we doing tonight, guys? Everybody in the comments, roll tide. Everybody, Will here with us tonight. JB, have you told the beautiful people who we sponsored by, though? Okay, but let them know, baby.
Of course, we are sponsored by the good people at Will Sports, man. Get you a title towel. We have them on deck. All of us got a title towel on deck. Get your own to support the Crimson Tide. A-Day's coming up. You got the games at Coleman Coliseum, big games coming up. So get you a title towel. Go to WithWillSports.com. Use the promo code STANDARD and get you a nice discount courtesy of your favorite Bama network, the Bama Standard.
Yes, sir. And guys, can't stress that enough, guys. You need to have your one. You need to be slanging it out, whether you're at Brian Denham, whether you're at A-Day, whether you're walking on the sidewalk, whether Herb said sometimes you got to use it, get them tears. You never know. Got to catch some tears every now and then. It might be good enough here soon, catch some Auburn tears. You know, Bama gets a hold of Auburn. That's coming up. So there he is, the man, that man, Stephen M. Smith, in the witness protection program right now, guys.
I'm not
coming in as Eric Sternum.
Look, I'm not in no witness protection, man. I'm just checking on a family member in the hospital, man. I'm not in the witness protection though, but family members doing okay, doing good. But no, I am not in the witness protection program.
The saint never stops. Stephen M. Smith out doing the family duties. That's what's up, brother, man. You have just joined us, man. We just gave a big shout out to the Whitwill. Also, got another main sponsor here, guys. Have you ever dreamed of having beautiful natural stone in or around your home? Don't settle for subpar material. Check out Lambstone's natural selection of products to meet all your projects' needs. Lambstone is located in Oneonta, Alabama, and is one of the oldest, most trusted sources in the state today. So contact them and tell them that the Bama Standard sent you, and you'll get 10% off your first order. He says Stephen M. Smith taking the call from the Rolls Royce back seat, baby.
Hey, Raj. Raj, I wish it was a Rolls Royce, man.
Well, first of all, that would be Herb right there. Second of all, we all know the real reason why you were late. Folks, I want to announce that Stephen M. Smith was actually the recipient of the highest payout this past month. Congratulations, but that's why he's late, because he's high rolling now. So he just shows up on Stephen M. Smith time.
That's not true.
That's how it is.
Not true. I've said it here.
He rode up here in his caddy, and he thinks we're just supposed to just let him in.
No, that is not true, Justin. That is not true.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
Stephen L.
Justin.
Is that the Stephen L? Is that the Stephen L? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Steve. My bad.
Now, you're supposed to be supporting me,
My
man.
bad. Bro,
how's he supposed to?
I'm always supportive.
How's he supposed to support you and you can't remember his name?
Oh man!
Hey, in all fairness, he was calling out Raj in the comment because Raj
was calling out. Yeah. That's
Yeah. Now on his show, he did mention that Raj was his favorite, so I can't fully support him.
Now, hold on. I did recover from that, though. I did recover from that.
But I never did. Steve.
Well, guys, now that we're here, we got the whole panelists here, guys. This is going to be your new panelist here. JT, your host right here. JB, me and JB helped start this right here, whole Talk'n Bama thing. Stephen and Smith came about with us here. We're going to add Herb to the Talk'n Bama on Sunday nights, guys. So everybody welcome Herb here. He's going to be a regular with us, guys. And when I may not be here, or maybe limited of me being here some or somebody, he could be hosting as well. So those things are good, guys. We're in good hands either way the show goes. And Justin,
we also get a tax credit for having Herb too. So there's that.
It's the Android user. It's the Android. It's the 15% Android user. You just write it off on your tags as empty. But guys, we're gonna get started real quick, guys. It's got a big A-Day set, April 12th, as everybody knows already. That's a big day set. A lot of questions here, guys. One and the biggest one going into this, and eyes will be all over this, will be the quarterback battle between Austin Mack, Ty Simpson, and Keelon Russell. It's going to be a huge one. Will Lawson be able to play in this one? Will he be back healthy for this, or will he just set this one out and say, we know what I can do. No need to go out there. You're not battling for position. You know what position you're playing. You know where you're at. Also then looking at the DB group. DB group could be the strongest group of either side of the football coming up this year. They were young last year. We had some guys leave, but we also got some big guys coming in, also with some reps now, getting Sab back. So there's a lot of great things there. And also, like in the comments right here, guys, if you got any questions, anything like that, comment those. We'll be back on that on the back end of the show. But, JB, start us off real quick. We'll start off on the quarterback topic first because that's a hot topic. And then a lot of people say, we've talked about this, and it's just one of those things. Now we have a time frame set, okay, that April 12th ain't that far away, okay? That's not that far away. It's going to be here before you know it. There's only so many practices before then, too. How do you think, given the circumstances that we know right now, how do you think this quarterback battle is going to
go? Well, I've said this in the past. I think it's Ty Simpson's job to lose. I think, he's the incumbent coming in that has the most experience in that quarterback room. Austin Mack came over with Coach DeBoer. We all know that. He was young and inexperienced, but now he has a whole year sitting back. He was with him at Washington at 17 years old. Now I believe he's 19. He may be 20. I don't know, but so I expect him to improve. Keelon Russell's coming in, true freshman, hungry, ready to take the job. So this right here just tells me if if Ty Simpson is that dude, it's his time. It's his time to show. And it starts right now, leading into A-Day, going into the summer, and hopefully we get our answer by the summertime at least, because we can't go with this whole influx who's going to be the quarterback going into August and September. You can't do that. You have to have a solid answer. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen by the time we get done with A-Day. I don't know if we have a solid answer as to who start, but I tell you what, Ty Simpson's going to want to know who's the starter by A-Day, because if he's not starting, I expect him to hit the transfer portal. Why would I sit back for 4 years being a backup quarterback? No way in hell. So we will see a lot leading up into A-Day. After A-Day, I will be able to answer this question with more, fluidity. Mm-hmm. But for now, I say it's Ty Simpson's job to lose. Now, I do want to see Austin Mack. I'm going to watch him closely, see if he's improved. He was really green coming in, need to improve his footwork and things like that. And Keelon Russell, man, coming off a great high school career season. He's hot right now. So this is right here. I know we say this almost every year about A-Day being so big. Last year it was big because Kalen DeBoer. But we already knew, everybody 90% knew that Jalen Milroe was going to be the starter. We knew that. This year is wide open. It's wide open. So we are going to see who takes the job. That's why A-Day is going to be really exciting.
So, JB, I love that right there, and that's a good point right there. Instead of everybody doubling down on that, Herb, I'm going to ask you about the DBs. How do you feel coming into this season? You know, we got Sab. All right, we did lose more on the back end. Bray was a bright spot filling in right there in that injury. Bray showed a big, big presence, and we're like, hey, this could be a guy right here we're looking at too. And then not counting like Dejon Lee that could come in and maybe be a day one starter. Who knows?
That's a big name that everybody's kind of waiting for too.
Big name. There's other guys too that Mincey hadn't even him or 12, hadn't even hit the field yet. Dude's like 6'2", super lengthy out there being able to play DB. That's huge. That's very, very huge. So, how do you feel about this, Herb, with the DB room? Like I said, this could be one of the strongest position groups on the Tide in 2025 coming in this year, like knowing what we know now. And like Jordan just said, Dejon Lee is taking somebody's spot. That's the biggest battle. After the quarterback battle. And I agree with Jordan with that 100%. I agree with that because that's why I wanted to bring that Dejon Lee up, that this guy could come in and possibly be the Caleb Downs 2.0. Not necessarily saying he's going to play like him, but saying he could come in and play early and be effective. How you feel about this, Herb?
Well, and it's funny you mentioned Bray Hubbard. On our show, we had a guy on who will remain nameless because he kind of backstabbed me at one point. But he mentioned Bray Hubbard to us very, very early on. So I was already excited to see him when he came out there. But, man, I was excited for Sab to come back. I said that on the show before where he, just to come back from that injury and kind of hold that unit down. I think him and Bray are going to be excellent on the back line back there. Damani Jackson coming back. It's a group that at the beginning of the year last year, we thought it was going to be weak. And you saw several instances where we could have been taken advantage of with more accurate, with better quarterbacks. But by the end of the year, you weren't throwing all over the yard on us, And I think that year of experience for everybody was in there, a chance to kind of grow into that defensive system, helped out huge. And then, like you said, with newer guys coming in, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the defense as a whole, and the DBs just go with that too.
So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to look at just a few positions here for this A-Day. Number one, I'm intrigued by the offensive line. Right? Because,
good one.
Tyler Booker's gone. You bring back Jayden Roberts. You bring back Geno Vandenberg. What becomes of Caden Proctor? Does he drop the weight and show you he can be a tackle, or does he move to guard? There's a lot of rumblings going on inside the program that he may be moved to guard. And if that becomes the case, if he's moved to guard, that means the coaching staff wants Wilkin Formby to pop. Because if Wilkin Formby pops as one tackle, at the other tackle, you can look at Onas Anganin there. You can look at Casey Poe there. You can look at Jackson Lloyd. You can look at Micah DeBoer's or Michael Carroll, some of these freshmen in that spot, or even somebody like a Cam Dewberry that you brought out of the transfer portal. So that offensive line is going to be really intriguing, especially with you have Parker Brailsford, you have Jayden Roberts, you have Geno Vandenberg. Those guys are back. But is Proctor the tackle? Do you move him to guard? That's a question. Can Wilkin Formby finally pop? That's something. And if Formby pops, then who becomes the other tackle? So offensive line is interesting. Deontae Lawson will not play in the spring game.
Right.
He's going to wait until fall camp. Coming off of an injury and surgery, he's going to wait until fall camp. Here comes Nakai Hill-Green, the transfer from Colorado. He is going to get a lot of burn this spring. He and Justin Jefferson will get a lot of burn running this defense as starters. Now, once fall camp gets in, they'll ease Lawson back in there, see what he can do coming off the injury and surgery. But this spring will be all about Justin Jefferson and Nakai Hill-Green. And then number three, guys, this defensive line. I said this, Freddie Roach, this is pee or get off the pot. This is pee or get off the pot, Freddie Roach. All of these kids are your kids. James Smith, Jordan Renard, Edric Hill, Jeremiah Beeman, Isaiah Faga, Steve Bongo Mbamoa, Cavante Henry, London Simmons, Tim Keenan. These are all your kids, Freddie. These are yours. Pee or get off the pot. Mold these kids, Freddie. You bring back LT Overton. You bring back Jamarian Latham. This is your year, Freddie. You got to get this done this year.
I agree.
Can I say something about the Proctor part real quick? Just because it's interesting, it brings up the conversation I had about Evan Neal and how to save his career. Are you thinking that same kind of path? That's why you're suggesting the move for Proctor?
That's why, because right now, Herb, with him at tackle, Proctor has so much trouble against these quick edge guys. They're getting around him. They're bending around him fast. And if you're not able to carry 369 pounds, quick feet on the outside, if you're not carrying that well, moving outside, then you're going to need to move inside that phone booth and play from a guard position and get somebody that can move outside, that can establish and reestablish, that does have quick footwork along with violent hand strike on the outside, which goes back to Coach Cap. He's got to finalize this. Coach Cap has got to finalize this with this offensive line.
And guys, normally the big guys on defense are like the nose tackles, the D tackles. They're normally the guys that's 330, 340. You want somebody just that weigh just as much, just as big to block them on the inside. Why would you have a guy 360 on the outside against a 240-pound pass rusher that's quicker than him? They can go right by him.
Yeah. That's the point, JB. That's why there's the rumblings of possibly let's move Proctor inside guard and find somebody else that can play that tackle position. But here's the thing that nobody's really talking about, guys. We grew up. We watched Will Reichert grow before our eyes for 5 years as a kicker. Bama only had Graham Nicholson 1 year. He's now off to the NFL. It's Connor Talty time in terms of field goals. You came in 2020.
Come on, JB. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, bro. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
I'm saying it's Talty.
That boy said, "Oh Lord."
Look, guys. Came in 2023 from Chicago. The man kicking in the snow, in the sleet, in the ice, in the cold. Handled all kickoffs last year. All of those touchbacks. It's now his time to get out there. It's now his time to get out there.
Yeah,
we're gonna make a shirt, JB, that says "Oh Lord."
Oh Lord,
we saw him last year at A-Day.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I do too. But hey, when there's a will, there's a way, baby. So hopefully, there's been a will.
I'm glad you brought that up, Steven, because I had to think about that. We need a kicker too.
That's something I was probably gonna put on the sheet next week.
I didn't know Nicholson was gone until I went a couple of weeks ago on Twitter, and there's a picture of him getting invited to the Hula Bowl. I'm like, Graham Nicholson gone? Yeah,
gone too soon.
Herb got fans in the comments. What's up, guys? Herb's the greatest.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
Got fans in the comments. JB said,
"What's up, Big Mike? Shout out to Big Mike, man."
Oh,
what's up, Big Mike? Appreciate you, man.
No, when you
nicer than me than my own brother is.
When you Herb, when you dropped that in the group chat of the going hard to paint about Big Mike, and he said, "Dang, why JT hating on Big Mike or whatever?" Because I disliked it, but I meant to laugh at it, and I was like, "Hey, that's the one we said, Big Chris." I thought that was funny. Well, no, my bad.
Only one of us called him Big Chris.
Me. But when I say we as in collectively was together. Okay. That's what I meant. My bad.
I thought you meant we when my wife says we need to take out the trash, or we.
Who is this we? Because I'll be the only one out there. Like, who is this we? Because I'll be out there by myself. But guys, we're gonna move forward though. Running back room for Alabama in 2025 is looking really good, guys. Let's break it down for you. Jam Miller, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, A.K. Deere, Kevin Riley. Who's running back 1? Who's running back 2? Who's running back 3? It's gonna be a battle. I think also running backs may be used differently this year than last year, due to the fact you won't have a quarterback getting 20 touches, 14 to 20 touches, 10 to 20 touches, 10 to 15, whatever a game. Those touches will go to running backs now, and you'll see Jam Miller probably averaging 15, 16 carries a game. You'll see Richard Young probably getting close to 10, or that second guy. That's just what I'm projecting, Jam and then Richard Young, as most people are. And I think Daniel Hill may be the third. Different type of runner. I'm gonna let you guys break it down after this. Different type of runner. Also, Daniel Hill's like a Trent Richardson kind of to me. Real big, thick, muscular, run strong. That's a different style of run than you're going to see. Jam Miller does. He's more elusive and quick, good with the screen game too, good pass catcher out of the backfield. Richard Young, now, I'm about to say I've seen that one run out of him. Now, he had a nasty one when he broke free. I think it's something to see a good mixture of him, but Daniel Hill be a good mix-up of them. A.K. Deere coming in. Kevin Riley, nice too. JB, I'll let you kick us off, and then we'll go Stephen M. Smith, and then Herb will round us up. JB, how do you feel about this running back room right here? Obviously, Jam Miller, we're all Jam Miller fans. I feel like that's a favorite. Yeah. Feel like he's a pretty popular guy. No reason to dislike Jam Miller. How you feeling about this?
Well, you forgot a name, Droyland Washington. Yeah, you forgot Droyland Washington, the transfer from Louisiana.
I did.
So he's expected to come in and push some guys. Either he's going to push some guys to be better or push some guys to the transfer portal, because he's going to come in with some experience. And if you transfer in when we already have 5 backs, especially guys that've been sitting, like you mentioned about,
and he was random too, though, wasn't he, JB? It was just random. It was like random too. So that's what it was. Yeah.
If you remember, we had the Utah State transfer guy come in for a visit, and then this guy, Droyland Washington, came in, I think, around the same time. And we wound up picking Droyland Washington. So, I mean, he's 5'9", 225, packs a punch.
Oh, yeah, Kyle, I got it on, baby.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he does in A-Day as well. I'm thinking he may be the third back. I mean, he's an experienced guy.
For a reason.
You need experience in that running back room, because if you're looking at all the guys you named, who's played? Jam Miller has all the experience, and we have a little experience that we got from
Daniel Hill. Daniel Hill got a touchdown. I'll say that. I do remember last year.
Yeah, but he comes in garbage time. They came in garbage time.
He did.
I wouldn't count that as much as a game experience. Richard Young has experience. I mean, he did have
a little bit.
But he didn't run a lot, because we didn't run a lot as a team.
Agreed.
So, I mean, to get somebody with experience coming in, because Kevin Riley and Daniel Hill really didn't get a lot of burn. A.K. Deere's true freshman. He may not get a lot of burn.
He may get redshirted.
Yeah, he may do what we normally do when we get backs that come in. They come in during the garbage time when the game is out of reach and get some carries. Mm-hmm. So I think Droyland Washington is going to be a name to watch, especially in the spring.
Yeah, so Washington is somebody I forgot about. It's a good one too, JB, to bring up, because he could come in and a contest for carries. Stephen M. Smith, how you feel about this running back room?
Well, obviously Jam Miller's number one, and not just for the running and catching, but the guy can pass block. When you can pass block, you're going to be number one out there on the field. Jam Miller can pass block. That's number one. Number two, Richard Young for me. He's battled some injuries, but we saw this past season when he's healthy, the guy can go. And he's been waiting on this opportunity, so I think he's two. I went back to watch film on the Washington kid, pinball ability. He bounces off tackles. A little bit Josh Jacobs / Ken Darby / Mark Ingram kind of like. He's got a pinball type to him. Very tough nose runner, can hit the edge, can fly at 220, kind of like a muscle hamster. The Washington kid, kind of like a muscle hamster. Mm-hmm. I think I like him. as the third. I like him as the third guy. I think A.K. Deer may sneak his way as the fourth guy. He could sneak his way. Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley. It's going to be very intriguing this spring because, as JB mentioned, Washington's coming in here to either push everybody to be better and stick around, or he's pushing 1 to 2 guys into this portal. That's what he's coming here to do. And when I go back and I watch Washington's tape, there's a lot of power, speed, pinballing over guys. He brings a lot.
Yeah, I agree. He does bring a lot, and that's what you need. Right. What is
muscle hamster? Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah,
I think they used to call him the muscle hamster.
Yeah. God, that was funny, bro.
Yeah, but he was short. Jones-Drew like 5'6", 5'7". But this kid watching is like 5'9" though. He's short.
Yeah, he's 5'9". Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so Herb, I took one of the SAT words, muscle hamster.
Muscle. We are gonna have to use that one on Tuesday night. That's for sure. I'm bringing that one up.
Shout out to my wife in the comments. Hey, man. But hey, guys, that's the hamster. I ain't never heard that one before. I haven't heard that one before. That was funny though.
You never heard that one, JT?
No, bro.
I haven't either. Maybe I leave the shelter.
Y'all.
Yeah,
we got to get out more.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
No, I like that. Hey. I don't never get called young no more. Call me young. I don't even care. I don't never get called young no more. Herb, real quick, since you're joining us, man, JB did it earlier. Let the beautiful people know where they can find out who we sponsored by, where they can get themselves one of these beautiful towels at.
There you go. You see the link popping up in the middle. Whitwheel Sports. Check them out. Like these guys know, I always carry my title towels with me. Keep one at the house. I always keep one in the car. Let me tell you how serious they are about it. The first time I met JT and JB, they made me show them my title towel before they would even shake my hand. That's how serious these guys are. So
I want to see if you were real about it.
I appreciate that,
man. I
appreciate that. So check it out. Whitwheel Sports. Good guys over there, man. Great product, man. Go get your title towel today.
You know that song, Lil Jon, Throw It Up? When that come on, bro, that's what I throw up. As soon as you throw it up. Throw it up. Oh, that's good.
And real quick, JT, before you leave the running back, though, one thing I did want to say real quick was the fact that they did go to get Washington and the fact that we already kind of had a full room, I just feel like it shows we're going to have kind of rededicate to the run. And they realize that's a room that can get banged up really quickly. You don't necessarily, I think the days of having to have one guy take all your carries, those are long, long guys. And I think guys see that just to get to the NFL, you don't have to be like that bell cow back like it used to be. So I feel like they're just going to have a recommitment to the run next year. And that's another reason why we added another guy for a depth piece.
And we needed one. We normally have 6. We normally have 6 running backs.
Well, there's injuries. Yep. Injuries happen too in the SEC. We all know that, guys. And especially if we're gonna run it more with guys, we're gonna need some more legs back there for injuries. You never know what might happen there. So, I like that. I think it's a good running back room. Go ahead, Stephen Smith.
And it's like Herb and JB mentioned. Like nowadays, you get one good year, you pop off one good year. All you need is one good year to make the NFL. Case in point, Josh Jacobs. Yep. Jacobs was not a traditional starter. He needed that 1 year, 2018, to pop, and Jacobs became a first-round pick.
Yep. B-Rob only really started for a whole year.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up later in this year. But I think Jam Miller's potential first round next year, depending on obviously this season. But I think he's going to have the type of season this year. I think he's going to pop this year. He's going to have him a good year. But we can talk about that later on. I just wanted to look at the room. The room looks strong, looks good. Looks like we got some good running backs back there, hand off the ball to, especially getting in the transfer of Washington. Also, the portal will open back up. We'll see if we'll lose anybody versus getting anybody too. Don't know how that may go. We'll see how that goes after 8-day because we may lose somebody, but we may get somebody. Don't know how the game goes right now. It's a rolling the dice. But we'll move on, guys, to our next topic. And our next topic is, will Kalen DeBoer have this team and staff set up 2025? So expectation for DeBoer in year 2 is question mark. What is it? There's a lot. So if you talk about his second year at Washington, 14-1, only loss was in the national championship game. Pac-12 championship, made it to the Natty, which helped him land the Bama job ultimately. I wouldn't say all of it helped. That's why I say emphasize the help. He did other things as well, not just that 1 year getting to the Natty. And then if you look at, the everything looks like this year is going to be successful for DeBoer. Looks like, other than you got to find out the quarterback. I think that's the biggest piece. Finding out that is the next step of like, all right, cool. We're a potential threat. All right. What happens here? So JB, kick us off here. What do you think about Kalen DeBoer having this staff set up for 2025? What's his expectations this year for year 2?
I think the expectations are tempered a little bit because, hell, we just went 9-4, right? Everybody was expecting us to win at least 10, 11 games, make the playoffs. Nobody really expected Alabama to miss a 12-team playoffs around this time last year when we were talking about this. We had a coach that has won 11, 12 games with Washington, just was in the national championship, So we was not expecting to fall off, but I think we kind of had our expectations way up here instead of minimal because we lost a lot of guys. We lost a lot of guys. Some of the guys wasn't sold on Kalen DeBoer, as you would suggest. Some guys were not just sold on him. So they probably wasn't playing at their fullest capability. And we can say about the talent, we can say about 5 stars and 4 stars. Yeah, but you got to coach them up. You got to get them to believe. You got to get them to play their hardest and play for something besides the money. Because if you're playing for the money, hell, I'm just going to be present. I'm going to go out there and half-ass it, but I'm going to still get paid. But if you're playing for the coach, if you're playing for the program, and you're playing to win a championship, you're going to give it 110%. That's what he needs to do with this group of guys this year moving forward. You can't just have guys out there winging it. Trying not to get hurt, just playing for the money. You need to play for the script A. You need to play for the coaching staff. Hell, play for yourself. So if you're going to do that, if you got a bunch that's hungry, that looked at this season as a failure, then we'll be good to go. But it's all on the boy and his coaching staff to get the best out of these guys, especially now in this NIL era where they're getting paid before the performance. They're getting paid. Put it like this: you're not even hungry, right? But they're gonna feed you anyway, even though you're not even hungry. Imagine the guys that were hungry, and you can listen to guys that's on this network, the Marvin Constance, the guys like that who played, who was hungry to play. Even Bo Scarborough, they were hungry enough to play, to able to get to that compensation, get to that next level. Like Nick Saban will tell you, these guys want to play. These guys want to get to that big bank. They want to get to that ultimate prize. Now they got so much money in front of them. Let me just tell you some of this money. Let me go out here. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I may not give my whole effort today, but I'm going to work because I'm getting paid. So we just need the guys to believe in the program, believe in the coaches, and just go out there and try to win a national championship. That's all.
Yeah, and I agree with you, especially the believing in the coaches part, bro. That's a big thing, especially this year, making this team DeBoer's team. Not just kind of like last year. I think it was a transition year, obviously, and a lot of things played in that role. Stephen M. Smith, how do you feel about the expectations for year 2 with DeBoer?
I think the expectations for me are going to be DeBoer, take ownership. This is your group now. This is your group. The Saban guys, they're pretty much out of there. DeBoer, this is your group. This is your time now. I mean, you came in, as I mentioned, you came from the Pac-12, which is no longer a conference now. You came to grown man football, and grown man football slaps you right in the face. And you had to kind of learn on the fly what it is to play and coach in this conference, because every other coach in this conference is a shark. Whether it's Kirby Smart, whether it's Lane Kiffin, whether it's Brian Kelly, You got nothing but sharks in this conference, and to survive in this conference and or to win, you got to be a shark yourself. So Kalen DeBoer, he got that full-on lesson in year one. He got it. Now, how do you apply that lesson in year two and take control ownership? Your first year, you walked in, players, what can I do for you? Now it's players, I'm the sheriff right here.
Yeah.
Knock in, strap up, we finna go to work.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think that's the biggest thing, getting everybody in line for that, for this year. For what is the success goal? What's the goal? What are we doing here? You know, getting everybody lined up. Stephen M. Smith, beautiful way to put that. Herb, round us off here. Expectations, year two for DeBoer.
It's funny because last year we started off ranked in the top 10. We ended, 9-3, lose a bowl game, go 9-4, right? This year we're going to start outside of the top 10, but we're still going to expect a better record. So I feel like what most of us are going to expect is 10-2 in a playoff berth. And I feel like anything less than that is, you're talking hot seat. Do I believe that he should be on the hot seat after 2 years, after to replace the greatest to do it? No. But the reality of the situation is that's what you got to do. That's what the fans have come to expect. That's what the administration has come to expect. Yeah, you're only getting 1 year kind of to really implement your system, but you have better continuity with the coaches, right? The defense is going to prop you up. So the side of the ball that you've kind of been better at is the side of the ball that needs to come along this year. But I'm going to say most people will say 10-2 in a playoff berth is what we're going to expect to show some progress for this next year.
Yep. 10-2 playoff berth. I think that's something around the lines of it. I'm going to definitely say playoff berth, or there's going to be a lot of smoke. It's going to be hard to clear out.
Man, JT, folks going to be burning couches, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I might be one of them. I might be one of them.
And they ain't going to be happy.
Yeah, I might be one of them.
Down Big Warren ice cream truck.
Shut down. Oh man. So expectations for year two for DeBoer. I think we're all in a line there. Obviously, the team's got to be with you. Got to know what we're doing, where we're going. Lot of potential this year. A lot of potential. A lot of weight this year too. So we'll see kind of how that unfolds in this offseason. See how things fold into the summer, 8A games, summertime, into the fall time. Should be a good 2025 year. And we know 8A now too. That's another one. That's another thing. April 12th now. Knowing that when 8A is, I think that's a good sign. We know.
And you know what?
What's up?
I think everybody, as Bama fans, are just hungry for another national championship. It's been 5 years. In 2020
Florida versus Bama. Right here, he says Florida versus Bama SEC championship game. Lock it in 2025.
That Florida schedule is still dangerous, though, man. That Florida schedule is still tough.
I'm gonna say
it is. It's the same schedule, but
it wouldn't shock me because why? Billy Napier was given the schedule of death last year, and he made it through it. He's still in Florida, and he found his quarterback in DJ Lagway, even through the schedule of death.
Yep.
Good point. Because that was he caught some wins. He caught some wins that saved him in there too, and he almost beat Tennessee. I know almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but he almost got
Tennessee, Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas A&M, Texas, and LSU. Like that's a tough road just for your SEC part.
Yeah. I mean. I'm telling you, that's a tough road. And I remember before the season, I'm like, Billy ain't gonna make it, man. Billy gonna go 4-8.
No,
and I look up,
not getting through that schedule.
And I look up, Billy went 8-5. What?
Bro. And put some scares in them. Hey man, they had a good shot against Georgia if Lagway don't get hurt. So
they did.
There were some tough ones in there. Basically, Lagway saved his job. I feel like.
What do y'all think about what do y'all think about he just said something Lagway over Gunnar Stockton? I'd probably take that. I'd take that all day. But it depends on
we've seen way more of Lagway, to be fair. We've seen way more of him.
True.
I'm not trying to down Gunnar, but I think Lagway's a good one.
If Lagway didn't get hurt in that game against them,
Georgia,
they may have been.
They were putting a scare into him. So.
Yeah. I ain't gonna go too much into some what ifs, and I don't like doing the what if thing, but still, that was a big one there. So that'll kind of wrap it up, guys. We'll move on to questions for tonight. Herb, I'm gonna let you take over and finish this out. I gotta bounce, guys. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna see you guys next week. Don't give pissed about nothing but the Tide.
Roll Tide, brother.
You have a good one, sir.
All right, Skater boy.
All right, which one we popping up first? And remember, kid, all your questions in. Anything else you got? You want us to answer? You wanted to approach?
Before we do
some
questions,
crazy ones in there.
I know. Before we do the questions, next week is a Super. No, it's not the Super Bowl next week. It's the week after next, right?
Yeah.
Week after next. Okay.
2 weeks. We got 2 weeks.
We got the Pro Bowl games next week.
All right.
We do not have the Pro Bowl.
No,
Answer that question right there. I think that question is for you, Herb.
Well, I promised the person they talking about who's the first person to tell me about Bray Hubbard, and then I said they backstabbed me. It's only because they chose my brother over me, so I'm not going to say their names, but their initials are SAS, and I'll just let everybody figure that out. I mean, SMS. Excuse me, SMS. Excuse me.
Wow.
I thought you were my
Yeah.
Really now?
I ain't gonna throw nobody out there like that,
Really now?
that was the first person to tell me about Bray Hubbard.
That's what we're doing now. Wow.
I think he got an interception in the next game after we had talked about him. So
called you out.
No, I protected you, man. I even gave the wrong initial just to make sure nobody knows it was you.
Oh man.
What we got next?
What's next? I do. I'm sorry, JB. You want to? Do you want to take that one first?
Shout out Kenneth. So, do y'all think DeBoer knows what the hell he's doing or no? Yeah, I think he knows. I mean, basically, what we were saying, he needs to take this team, take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and just take control of the team, man. And like you said, Steven, you put it pretty much out there. He was trying to get these guys when he came in. What can I do for you? Now it needs to be what can you do for me?
So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a stack right here. When Kalen DeBoer came in, Jalen Milroe held all of that team. Milroe was in control of all of that team. So basically, DeBoer had to ride that wave last year with Milroe, right? Because Milroe had the whole team in the palm of his hands, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So now with Milroe headed up to the NFL, now DeBoer will have everybody's attention. Because last year, Jalen Milroe pretty much had everybody's attention.
No, I agree. And I think all this judging after 1 year is just like, I know some of it feels like it's excuses, but the man came into an almost impossible situation. Right. He was planning on how can we get back to the national championship game. Then all of a sudden, and the difference in the Pac-12 and the SEC, that's a huge, huge step. To come down here, you got to keep your team together. You got to assemble a whole staff. People are treating DeBoer like he's been at Alabama like 4 or 5 years versus, man just got here. Give him a chance. Give his system a chance. Look, Milroe, we love what he did for the team here, but he didn't fit their system. And everybody knows that. And it's just going to be different next year. So I think he knows what he's doing. I just think everybody's just impatient as fans.
I know some other coaches out there who've been in their school 3, 4, 5 years and still ain't made it to the playoff or won the SEC.
Right.
I ain't kidding.
Oh, I thought everybody catches strays today, huh?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, come on.
You're right.
What a
you're right.
For Lane Kiffin. I'm just putting it out there, bro.
You're right. We had to talk with Petty about it, and I was like, is he still the dude? This was his most talented team last year, right? And you still end up at 9-3. You get your bowl game 10-3, whatever. But the fact that Lane is like on no pressure, and then DeBoer, they're talking about fire, it just told you like it's a totally different situation. Lane has been there forever.
But then also, guys, I mean, where that pressure at for Brian Kelly?
Exactly.
Oh,
that's another one.
Yep.
Hugh Freeze.
Yep. I don't know how Hugh Freeze is not on the hot seat. So,
Yeah,
how is it all the other schools can find a good kicker and Bama cannot find? Although we did for the past couple years, and even with Graham Nixon. So.
Bama found Will Reichert. You had Reichert from 2019 to 2023, and you had Graham Nicholson for a year. We're gonna look and see what Talty or whoever else on that roster can do. But we saw Will Reichert grow up before our very eyes for 5 years.
Yeah. Kicker is also a hard position to recruit. And then when you were in your dominating Bama years, you probably were never worried about a kicker. You're just like, we need somebody to kick extra points, and we're not going to worry about the rest. So,
I'm going to tell you this. Cade Foster made everybody scared about the kicker. All Cade Foster had to do in 2013 was make a 28-yard field goal against Auburn. The fact that you miss a 28-yarder from the middle of the field, that's why.
I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Have we forgotten about Papanastos? I mean, come on, man. 20-yard field goal, national championship game.
No. Justin, he was bad too. But I'm just saying, it all started with Cade Foster. Papanastos was bad too. Adam Griffith was kind of up and down. But it all started with Cade Foster.
Man, let that man be great.
No, I refuse.
He was still pissed.
Stephen, why are you angry?
He lost money on that
game. Cade used to stay at his house. They used to be boys.
Hurt? Don't you stop it, Hurt? Stop it. Hurt?
Oh, yes, sir. Who do y'all want to beat more, Vandy or Oklahoma?
Oh,
I know my answer.
That's a good question, we want to beat them both. Yeah. Both of them got to come see us. Put it like this.
But both of them got to come see us. But I want to take Oklahoma down.
Yes.
Woo!
Nah, bro, I want Diego Pavia. He was talking cash money.
Hold on. My bad. Good point there, because Pavia does come back. Good point there, JB. Good point there.
Yeah. That man got a lawyer, a Vandy lawyer, and lobbied, and they definitely said they coming back.
So. But so we got the three games we lost on the road where they coming to see us. So this get back season.
Yep. I want Oklahoma more just because I have 2 Oklahoma fans, and they're acting like Auburn fans, like they didn't end their year at 6-7 and lose to a service academy. They've been talking a lot of trash since that game, so I need the Oklahoma game. I don't think anybody knows any Vandy fans, but I need the Oklahoma game.
And Pavia been in college so long, he's getting NIL and Social Security.
He get Justin. He get
that's Cam Rising. That's Cam Rising.
Pavia getting AARP too, bro.
Yeah. My boy beat the case, unlike Drake.
Well, our coach cannot find the deadly punt return. I know we have faster players and putting a wide receiver back there. They should work on that in the spring.
Okay. So punt returner. Okay. I know Cole Adams is back. Jalen Mbakwe can do it. Ryan Williams can do it. I want them to please put Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. back there. Please just let Dre Jr. do it. I think he can be very explosive. Let Dre Jr. do it.
Okay. I think he tries a couple guys, and we got Javier Arenas on the staff now. I think he's special teams coach, right, Steven? What is he coaching?
I think special teams. And I guess I'm gonna have to look at that again, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to see Dre Jr. do it. Another name, Latia Brooks. Latia Brooks.
I know a lot of people excited about Brooks.
Yeah.
Brooks on punt return. That would be nice right there if they can do that.
Yeah. Get them in the game.
Yep.
Use them.
I honestly think you're also seeing a lot less punt returns, though, than ever before, too. So half the time you're just telling your guy just to field it.
Right. And it's a crucial part of the game, too, because field position matters, man. Yeah. I mean, you have to know when to call fair catch. You got to know when to catch it. You just got to know, because if you let that ball bounce and you get down in the 5-yard line, you could have caught it and saved 15 yards.
Yeah, you're thinking about Hollywood right there. You know, that's the biggest part of it is just catching and saving yards. Like the return, you just don't get that many returns. So I get it.
You just need somebody sure-handed back there and somebody knows what the hell they doing. That's all.
Yeah. You see like one punt return to like almost a season, it feels like, for a team, and everybody holds on to that one. But half the other, 90% of the time it's nothing. Yeah. This offense is going to be sick. Hollywood Germinator and the Muscle Hamster.
Yeah, boy!
We got to get some T-shirts, man.
Well, there was some names right there on that month. Some names on that month.
Appreciate you, Big Mike. Then anyone else in the portal currently that Bama may look at bringing in?
Steven, you know anybody?
That will depend on, as we all talked about, after the spring.
It's closed, ain't it?
It's closed now. So after A-Day is when it would open back up. So
but that's just to enter, though, right? Anybody that's in it already that didn't get signed in the fall, right? Everybody can kind of take a look at it.
Yeah. So after A-Day, that is where it would open back up, because I feel like DeBoer and the staff, they're going to use the spring to evaluate. They're going to use the spring to evaluate, do we like our roster as is? If we do, we're not going to touch the portal. But if we don't, how can we use the portal to supplement this? So I feel like they're going to use this spring to evaluate the roster and see, do we like what we have as it is first?
I felt like we should have got on a couple of those Notre Dame offensive linemen that hit the portal after the championship game.
I feel like they moved on. Notre Dame is known for producing linemen. I feel like that as well.
Yep. That was a strength of their team last year. I agree with that. I agree. Did they all? And that's the other part with that question. I didn't keep up with everybody. I didn't even know if they had all signed.
I think Tennessee got one of them.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Right. But who would be the first college football player to hold out a fall camp? It's coming.
I don't know.
I'll take that. That's a Ja Hall at Sacramento State.
Oh, no, catches, right?
Hey, that was good though, bro.
Hey, when he posted that he was still in the portal, that was got to be one of the funniest moments of that day. I had forgot that name at that point.
Oh yeah, that was a good one though.
Chances they look at bringing Grubb in any capacity.
I don't want to hear Ryan Grubb name no more until he.
At this point, DeBoer is sticking with Sheridan.
Yeah.
At this point, DeBoer is sticking with Sheridan.
Yeah. Work with it at this point.
It done been real quiet about Ryan Grubb lately.
Let's go ahead and take this opportunity. I want everybody in the chat to listen. Y'all stop whatever you're doing. Y'all quit talking amongst yourselves for just one moment. Let's go ahead and say that again, Stephen M. Smith. Is Ryan Grubb coming?
At this point, DeBoer is sticking with Nick Sheridan.
There you go, folks. That's the end of the debate. I thought that A.J. McCarron saying it 2 weeks ago would be enough, but apparently y'all don't listen. Y'all, let's just see how things pan out. I think that we have a wait and see kind of year with Nick Sheridan. He's going to have the personnel that he needs to run the type of offense that he's there for. Let's hold off and quit wanting to run him out of town with pitchforks and torches. So it's going to be fun. And yes, we will see the backs, y'all.
All I would like to see from Sheridan in his press conferences, just a little more emotion, please. Like, from Nick Sheridan is like, well, we threw the ball and we didn't throw the ball. And
you know what I'd like to see out of him in his press conferences? How many of you people in the chat are familiar with the wrestler Jacob Fatu? That's the kind of emotion I want to see come out of Nick Sheridan. If you don't know who he is, do yourself a favor and go to YouTube and type in Jacob Fatu promo. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, man, we about done with Grow Up, man. But I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be on the hot seat. It's gonna be Nick Sheridan, though. If it don't work out this year, he's gonna be on the hot seat more than DeBoer's not on the hot seat.
Yeah, especially with a handpicked quarterback. I think that's what's gonna happen. If they got a guy that they like and he can't.
You got three capable guys. Pick one and run with it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll take this one on Jalen Hale.
Okay,
I think Jalen Hale can have a nice role in this offense. Helping now, participated in bowl practice, bowl prep for Michigan. made a couple of one-handed catches out there in practice. I mean, the coaching staff, the team is just so excited to see him back and to have him back. I think hell, Jalen Hale could push. He's going to push to be that third wide receiver in that depth chart. He's going to push. We know the main two, Germ and Ron Williams. But for that number 3 guy, it's going to be a push between Isaiah Horton, Bach, Jalen Hale, Brooks, Meadows. It's going to be a push in there. I think Jalen Hale is going to find with a push up. Hale is going to find his way pushing up there.
Okay.
My receiver room is deep. So,
yeah.
I'm looking forward
Can we
to that.
make some T-shirts that say "Hell yeah"?
You
Have
know
14
what?
on it. I'm just saying, our marketing guy needs to get on this.
Get Marvin Constant on that, please.
So what we need is a Herb bobblehead doll. We need a muscle hamster action figure, and then we need the Hell Yeah T-shirts. Let's go ahead and get on that.
Okay.
Let's also get on the Stephen Smith 4D glasses. Let's get on that too.
More like 4K. 4K.
Yeah, let's get on the Stephen Smith 4K glasses. Yeah, let's get this.
All right. Start with you on this one, JB. I think this is the last one to end it out. Which road game are y'all most interested or most nervous about?
Georgia probably. I think Georgia gonna have something for us this year. Just off the top. And South Carolina. Man.
Yes.
South Carolina.
I am nervous about forget Georgia. I'm nervous about South Carolina.
Yeah.
Shane Beamer.
He brought back a lot too, man. He brought back a lot.
Yeah, Shane Beamer is a real deal coach. Mike Schuler has been promoted now to OC.
Yeah. And
they brought Sellers back and Dylan Stewart. South Carolina, that's gonna be a scary game on the road.
Yeah. I'm not Georgia is because it's Georgia. Like if you lose that game, that's like an acceptable loss.
It is what it is.
But like, the last one that we didn't mention though was going to Auburn. Like his first time going to Auburn, new coach. Let's say our years going like this year, and it's a 9-2 going into that game. You need it to make the playoffs, and they're having a year like they just had. They're gonna pull out everything,
Don't speak that foolishness into existence, Rod.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. We already know. Bird, I called you Rod.
Don't do it,
JB, not you too, JB.
I called you Rod. I seen Raj in the chat, man.
I'm hurting over here.
But yeah, man. I mean, you laid it out there. I can actually see that happening, dude.
Yeah.
I can actually see us possibly losing to Georgia, losing to South Carolina. Then we need that game against Auburn in Jordan. And if we lose that, I believe everybody gonna be calling for DeBoer to get fired after that.
Man, I don't even want to ponder that, man, because this is bringing me back to, good God, man, 2019.
Lord have mercy.
Over there on the plains, I'm looking dead at Joseph Bulovas miss a 48-yard field goal. Ah!
It's always the missed field goals, ain't it? Always the missed field goals.
But it always happens to me, JB. The games I'm there.
Stop going. Goddamn. But you got to be there. You got to be there for work.
JB said, give it up, man.
Hold on. I think you've uncovered something here, JB. There is one common denominator in all these games. That's Stephen M. Smith.
I don't be trying to do anything wrong but my job. I don't be trying to scare these folks.
And it's amazing because you're talking about Bulovas. The very next year when he transferred to Vandy, he was an All-American. So what did you do, Stephen?
I didn't do anything.
Why is your caddy shaking? Why is your caddy shaking when you talk?
Look, I was on the field. I looked at Joe B as he's about to kick the field goal, okay? And I believe at that moment, as I'm looking at him, I'm mouthing the words, "You better not miss this." And he missed it.
So now y'all know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. The truth has been uncovered here.
That's two times. Two times Stephen L made a kick or miss.
It's not my fault. If I make you miss, you must have nerve
man.
Listen, Mystical, it is your fault.
Look, if looking at me, the guy with glasses, make you miss a field goal, you do not have nerves of steel. I'm just sorry.
All right, man. Before we go around, we do want to mention this Tuesday on the Bama Standard, Rock Montgomery will be on there. They had a couple technical difficulties last week getting them on there, but tune in for that one on the flagship show Tuesday at 6 p.m. JB, I know you got a big week coming up.
Yeah, man,
week,
I got
right?
a huge week coming up, man. I'll be at the Reese's Senior Bowl right here. I'm heading down to Mobile tomorrow, man, so I'll be there all week covering the Reese's Senior Bowl. We got Jalen Milroe, Malachi Moore, CJ Dupree, James Burner, and Tim Smith was added on late. So we got 5 Bama guys at the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile. The game is on Saturday, 1:30 p.m.
Yeah.
But all week, it starts tomorrow with the press conference, and then we got a week of practices, interviews, media days Wednesday. So y'all tune in to Sports Talking with JB. Go to my YouTube channel, Sports Talking with JB. Subscribe. I'm probably gonna do a podcast every night this week. So y'all just stay tuned in, stay locked in. And next week we will be back, right? Next week we'll be back. It's the following week.
If we can pull you guys away from the Pro Bowl and the flag football game, then we'll.
We don't give a damn about that.
Watch that anyway.
We don't give a damn about that.
And JB, we got a friend that's actually going down there too. So
okay,
we'll try to get you a link up with him too as well.
That's what's up.
But
there's a question for you there, Steven.
The kick six was not my fault, Randy. That was not my fault. Mike, my bad. Mike,
you went there. Okay, good.
So, but all seriousness, no. Y'all, please follow my guy JB at the Senior Bowl.
Definitely.
It's going to give JB hook up with Jim Nagy. He's a great guy, outstanding executive director. They will be supplying a lifetime of Reese's cups. So please go down there.
Nice.
I'm dead serious. Get you a handful of Reese's cups, man, and hook up with Jim Nagy. That is a great dude. Hook up with Jim Nagy.
Hey, Steven, I had the king size Reese's, the pack. I had the pack. They got a 6-pack of Reese's. Reese's cups. I had the 6-pack. I was walking around with the 6-pack.
I'm telling you, JB, they're going to have them all over the building, okay? So
you just want me to bring you some back?
Yes, please. Thank you.
That's all we're getting to.
I got you. I got you, Herb.
Yeah,
I got you, Herb.
Dang, he called you Herb now. That's
no, I'm talking about you. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, but all seriously, JB, man, I'm excited for you, man. I know you have a good week down there. We're definitely gonna be tuning in, man. I'm happy to see you got that.
For sure. I'm gonna try to snag me some good interviews, some good content, man. So y'all just stay tuned.
Snag the Reese's cups.
And some Reese's for Steven.
Steven and Smith, don't you go down there and hang out with those kickers. They're trying to interview for their best job of their life.
I'm not going down there.
Mm-hmm. You heard what I said.
I'm not going, okay? I'm not going down there.
Tell us about Pale City, Steven. You coach.
Yeah, what you got going on?
No, I can tell you about that. Coaching at Pale City. Tomorrow begins week 4 of our strength and conditioning training under Coach Nick Gentry. It's good right now. Our guys are lifting. They're putting on muscle right now. Pretty soon, we're going to get into our on-field install. So I'm excited about this. Work with our defensive tackles and our on-field install starting the next couple of weeks here in February. Just really pumped up about what Coach G is bringing here to this team, to the staff. We're about to add in some players pretty soon here that are going to be big time. This season, any Friday nights, get to Pale City. There's a lot going on. Get to Pale City. Check out some games. I'm running the social media. I'm coaching defensive linemen. We're going to be working on twist, tango stunts, inside, outside stuff. So it's going to be good.
Send me the schedule. I'm going to try to check you out, Steven.
Absolutely.
There's a pit stop on the way to the Bama game on Saturday.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Appreciate
That's
you
it.
both. You saw my brother in the chat, me, Herb, and Raj podcast. We were on Tuesday nights. Bama Standards got their show, so after you check them out, check us out on the replay. After you check out JB's show too, so just give us a look at some point on your late Tuesday night or early Wednesdays. We appreciate you. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate you guys. Y'all are legends, man. It's always a pleasure to be on camera with y'all, man.
I'm trying to get like Stephen M.
Yeah.
Trying to get like Stephen.
Like
I'm
a roll.
trying to be like y'all, man, grabbing Reese's cups at the Senior Bowl, man.
I'm just doing what I can do when I can do when I can do it. That's all, baby. You know
There
what
you
it
go.
is.
Well, JB, you do it very well, sir. You do it very well.
Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for watching us, man. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man.
Please do it. Please do it.
Next
Again,
week
remember,
we'll be back.
Rock Montgomery will be on Tuesday on the flagship show, 6 o'clock on Bama Standard. Otherwise, everybody, y'all have a wonderful night. And as always, roll tide.
Roll Tide,
baby!
Don't give a piss.